But nonetheless, it was one of the first pieces of handheld technology, sort of a futile thing. It had this weird feature where it could communicate with other Palm Pilots, but we never knew why, and you always felt kind of stupid doing it, but you would have to do it if you knew somebody with a Palm Pilot. Do you want to do the thing? Is it doing it? Yup, they're talking to each other. About what? I don't know. Machine stuff. No, they're not. It's just a feature no one uses. Why you gotta ruin everything? Look, they're done. Yay. So, but the Palm Pilots went away. They became extinct. And it was just part of the evolution to the technological clusterfuck that we find ourselves in the center of now, just happily codependent to a bunch of smarter machines, just gleefully enabling the singularity, just looking forward to a day where we'll just be the fleshy appendage of a series of smarter equipment than us. How convenient that'll be. Too dark? I can go another way. I think if most of us, if we lost our cell phone, you're like 2 hours away from wandering the street saying, "What's my name? Where do I live? I have a family, but I don't know how to get in touch with them or where they are anymore. Are you okay, old man? Do you need to go to the hospital?" "No, son, I've lost my phone." "Do you like me to call it for you, old man?" "Yes, please, thank you, son." "What's the number, old man?" "I don't know, I don't call myself. It's in the phone." "Oh, no. Yeah, take me to the hospital." There was a time, folks, before cell phones and the internet. Yeah, some of you remember. I saw the audience. Back then, people had to do things like wait. Yeah, you had to wait for stuff. And if you were actually waiting, like in line or something, that was all you could do. Did you feel all that space I created? That used to be around us all the time. There was all this space that wasn't mental space. I mean, you had to wait to check for your messages at the end of an entire day. Like, if you couldn't get calls at work, there was no way anyone could get in touch with you. And at the end of the day, sometimes 6 or 7 at night, you would go home, look at a machine on your kitchen counter to see if a light was blinking. And if it was, you'd actually feel a tangible jolt of excitement. Oh, message, someone called. And then you push a button, and like 8 out of 10 times it would be, nah, 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 nah. Some of you don't even know what that sound is. Does that sound even exist in nature anymore? That was a sound on your machine if someone had hung up. Right? And if it went on long enough, you'd hear a voice go, "If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try." What happened to that guy? I don't know. Can't be a good story. And then if you got some of those, you'd spend like 10 minutes just wondering, like, who called me and hung up? That was the kind of mental time we had back then. Like, what were we doing with all that mental space, using our imagination, just letting our memories do what they do in their own time and pace? Like, back then, if you couldn't remember something, that was sort of the end of it. Unless, like, you couldn't remember something and you locked on, that was problematic, because what could you do then? Yeah, not easy. Like, let's say you're just driving to work. This is back in the day. Let's go there now. You're just driving to work, maybe listening to a cassette in your in-dash player through some Jensen coaxials or triaxial speakers. If you had a lot to prove, you had a power amp bolted onto the floor. Maybe you're listening to a little Lynyrd Skynyrd Second Helping. Not a bad band. Stop judging that band. Solid rock band. A lot of good records. Amazing double live album. You're misunderstanding that one song. Listen to it again. Listen to it again. Maybe you're listening to a little Skynyrd Second Helping. You know exactly where the tape is fucked up from that day it got stuck in the machine. That was a tough few minutes. Oh, shit. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, yeah. get it out, get the pen out, roll that cassette back up, pop it back in the deck. Now you know, call me the breeze, baby. Oh, that was that day. That was a terrible morning. So you're just driving to work, enjoying the music, no cell phone to distract you, no internet. Maybe you're just eating some trail mix on your way to work. I actually am old enough to remember when it became okay to eat trail mix in a non-camping situation. Like, there was definitely a period in my childhood where you only saw trail mix in the camping section at the sporting goods store. And then I remember vaguely seeing a guy just eating trail mix in Life. And I'm like, dude, can you do that? Like, what? Just eat trail mix outside of a camping situation? Yeah, it's just, nuts and dried fruit, sometimes chocolate. But you're not camping. It doesn't matter. It's just nuts and fruit, sometimes chocolate. So you can just eat it any time? Yeah, you can eat it any time. Like, I kind of remember when they freed the trail mix. I don't know if there was a corporate push behind it or not, but I remember, like, hey, we can just eat this anytime. It's just, nuts and dried fruit, sometimes chocolate. A selfie with these fires. Fire's getting close. Hashtag ouchie. Hashtag end times. Hashtag Los Angeles 2019. It's happening. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to take to get everybody, to get, like, you would think at this point that we'd, like, haven't we been entertained enough? Weird thing for me to say, but Jesus. Like, isn't there something that could bring everyone together and just realize, like, we've got to put a stop to, like, almost everything? Right? Oh my God, what would it take? Something terrible. That's what brings people together. Nothing good. Occasionally a concert outdoors. But that never really goes anywhere. It's gotta be something bad and big. Get everyone to fucking snap out of this whatever it is, trance of, like, I think we do it adaptively. I think it's sort of like, I'm doing what I can in my life. Well, that's not enough. I don't know what it'll take. Was the sky have to catch on fire? Would that do it? If we all walked outside and like, oh, we fucked it. Fucking sky's on fire. God damn it. I knew we were in trouble, but fuck, it made the jump from land to sky. This is bad. One guy standing there, it's not on me, man. I brought my bags. Some other dude in the back going, Hannity says this is normal. What the fuck are you talking about? I watched Hannity today. He summed it up, man. He said the sky caught fire, I think in India, 1902, burned for 3 days, and it rained for like a month. So don't believe the libtard spin on this. What are you talking about? Burning sky's good for America. What does that even mean? A lot of jobs in a burning sky. That doesn't even make sense, stupid. Jews set the sky on fire. Yeah, of course they did. I knew it would get to that. Then some other doughy guy just standing there, maybe in his little baseball hat, going, come on, Iron Man. Come on, Iron Man. This is your time. I know you're real. My mother is still alive, and, sorry, wrong tone. I'm blessed to have my mother still with me. Better? No, she's still around. That's good. And I think she's part of it, the whole end thing. It's weird, no matter how old they get. I'm 56. My mom's still around, got all her mental things. She's all good upstairs physically. She's doing great. But they can still fuck your day up. At any age, surprise you. Like, I got a text about a month or so ago from my mother in the middle of a nice day, all caps. I wish we could do your childhood over. with a little baby bottle emoji. What does that even mean? What is that? Like, I didn't even know what that, like, what was the tone of that? Was it, I didn't know if she was being contrite, you know, or nostalgic. Like, was she taking responsibility for whatever caused me to do this for a fucking living? or was she just sort of reflecting and like, we were friends when you were 4. I don't know if you remember that. Either way, I responded with, I don't think I can handle it, with this emoji. But she's part of the end, I think. She's part of the unfolding. She's part of the prophecy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I call her up, and I'm like, hi, Mom. She's like, hi, Mark. How's it going? Good. So glad you called. How are you? I'm good. What are you doing? You know, the stuff. That's good. How about you? Everything good? Yup. What have you been doing? We went to that restaurant that we took you to when you were here. The one you always go to? Yes. They give you too much food. Okay. What else is going on? This happened like a couple months ago. My mother said this out of nowhere. She goes, I have to go, Mark. I have to go feed my iguanas. And I said, what? She goes, my iguanas. I have to feed them. I love you. Bye. My mother doesn't have iguanas. And I thought, this is her. This is it. She's starting to go, right? But then I thought, wait, maybe it's like senior sex code. You know what I mean?